Yeah, during Diwali, the most common burns we see are thermal burns, most commonly due to flame or hot objects or due to hot surfaces. And other more common burns we come across during this period, particularly during Diwali, is blast injuries, the cracker blast injuries, which happen in the hands. These blast injuries are very severe burns, and they tend to grade from very mild to very severe intensity. The mild one being just some mild superficial hand burn. The complex one involves damage of the skin, soft tissue and bones, and ultimately it might lead to amputation of a hand.
During Diwali, it is a very sad fact that the eye injuries are very common. In fact, every year, around 25 to 30 patients walk into an eye OPD with firecracker injury in the eyes in every major eye hospital throughout the country, according to surveys. 5 to 10% of these patients might even lose their sight, and a lot of these patients turn out to be children. Now, most of these injuries occur either because of burn from the firecracker, that is thermal injury, or it might be from the sulfur or other chemicals which fall into the eye. It might be just the impact of the bursting of the firecracker itself, and sometimes even pebbles can fall into the eye. So along with the bursting of the firecracker, there is a lot of smoke and dust which is generated. So there are two major problems which can happen with this kind of air pollution. First is allergic conjunctivitis. So this manifests as red eyes, itchiness, watering, blurring of vision, inability to open the eyes, and many other things which we usually see in regular allergic conjunctivitis, but in a higher level. Another major problem is we need to remember that God has given us only one pair of eyes, and they are very precious. So we need to take few precautions to remember so that we do not hurt our eyes during this festival. First thing is that for children, they should not light firecrackers without the supervision of adults. Some adults should accompany them when they are doing the festivities. And it is good if proper eyewear for protection is worn during the festivities, because that will prevent any dust or any explosion or any chemical from falling into the eye.
Prevention is better than cure, and I think this is one of the best scenarios where this holds true. Wear loose fitting cotton clothes, and especially take care of children and oversee. Take a bucket full of water to wherever the area which you are going to use firecrackers. Keep it beside you. A flower pot cracker is the most dangerous firecracker. So you should never hold a flower pot cracker in your hands. Always put it on a flat surface. Ensure that the surface is flat. Whenever you light up a flower pot, just don't bend over it and don't light it like this. Just keep it 2 to 3 feet away and use a pencil cracker to lighten the flower pot. Never use the garland cracker or bombs in your hands. Always keep it away and use a pencil cracker to use them. And another most important cracker which we commonly use are rocket bombs, where notoriously people tend to hold it with hand and use it fire so that it gives them a kick. But it is extremely dangerous, and never use it. If a glass bottle is not available with you, take a plastic bottle, fill it with water and sand so that it can hold the rocket bomb. Then use it in that manner. And generally kids try to play with these crackers and don't point the direction of the rocket towards other kids or to houses. It is extremely dangerous and it will cause severe burns. Don't put ice over the burn. What happens is whenever we put ice, it leads to vasoconstriction. Like blood vessels are even more narrower, so it increases the depth of the burn. And another most important thing is never apply toothpaste, ink, or turmeric powder or whatever native things which are available at home. They cause either infection or they will hamper the judgment of assessing the thickness of burn. Pour water on burns. Pour water on burns. This is the most important thing, and it's easily available. Tap water is available everywhere. Tap water is enough. Running tap water is best at the initial stages to prevent the intensity of burn or severity of burn. What happens is the water, it doesn't allow the burn to increase in the severity, and it allows to cool the surface area so that further skin damage doesn't happen. If you are a victim of a major burn, just don't panic. Follow 3 steps: stop, drop, and roll. So what happens is when a person is caught on fire, he tends to run away here and there. So this increases the intensity of fire. So just stop, don't panic, drop, lie on the ground, cover your face with hands and start rolling on either side, back and forth, so that the fire is extinguished. And if water is available, just throw water on the patient. Throw water, how much ever it is available. If water is not available, take a thick blanket, just put over the patient, remove it, put over the patient, so that the fire is extinguished.
Please do not panic. If you panic, you will not be able to get the necessary first aid for yourself or your known patient. If there is an injury, we should not rub the eye, should not patch the eye tightly, or should not make sure that we are taking some foreign body out by ourselves. What we can do is that in clean water, preferably drinking water, or if drinking water is not available, clean tap water, we should wash the eyes at least for 15 to 20 minutes. After that, we should gently close the eye and shift the patient to the nearby eye hospital. So it is always better to take an eye consultation if there is any injury in the eye. So during this beautiful festival of light called Diwali, we should remember that our eyes are the window to the world, and it's also a window to the body inside us. So we should keep sure that we do not harm the eyes in any way. We should have a safe and happy Diwali.